In this tutorial, you're going to explore some brushes in Photoshop that you can use to recreate the style of a beautiful and much admired illustrator, Edward Gorey, who's no longer with us, but thank goodness his work is. And this assignment is to introduce you to the artist if you're not familiar with them, and to also explore how through the magic of Photoshop brushes we can recreate a lot of these beautiful, intricate line work that he produced on his artwork. Let's take a look at the file quickly. My workspace is set very minimally from window. I have only opened up layers and brushes, and then here's my tools here. Let's take a look at the layers. There's two layers down here. I've identified them in yellow. They are reference images. If you, let's turn on this one, which is not only showing you an example of his amazing work, but it's actually showing you examples of the brushes that I've included in this assignment. So you can see there's 5 brushes here. And then if you click on this layer below it and turn this one off, you can see some additional wonderful work that he produced. So let's first look at our brushes, and we don't see those beautiful brushes because you're going to have to load them into your Photoshop. So to do that, with brushes open, you're going to go up here to the hamburger menu and go down to import brushes. And then I know that I've got mine on the desktop. It's this file here called 5gorybrushes.abr. And you're going to open those up, and there they are. And it sort of creates a double nesting thing, but click down and there you have your brushes. So I want to point out that when you work on this layer here, which hopefully when you get this file, this layer is locked as well. And that's just so that you don't accidentally draw on that layer. So you're going to get up here in this layer, and the first thing I would suggest you do is start with just a basic sketch here. And you can keep this simple, or you can spend a lot of time on it. I think what I would most like you to do is to sort of explore the challenge and inspiration that we see here in his work. So I want to note that I am left-handed and I'm using my mouse with my right hand, just to do a quick demo here. But let's just start out his characters, his animals. And let's look at one of his animals. His animals just have these wonderful shapes. So I'm going to just really quickly maybe try and create this shape here, and a little hard with the mouse, but that's okay. And I'm going to make mine maybe have a little ear here, and maybe a little part of the ear will be viewable here, and he's going to have sort of rabbit feet. So anyhow, this is very quick, but so you want to start out, and his eyes are always very small and sort of whimsical. Okay. So now, and I want to point out I've used the Gorey Scratchy Pen line. So now the next thing I think I'm going to do is I'm going to explore putting a background, a dramatic background in there using the Gorey cross-hatching. And if you look at this other reference here, you can see this really dense work here. So while I'm in the student work layer, I'm going to put some scratchiness around there. Now I could additionally, if I wanted to, check this out, I could work in another layer so that, check this out, if I wanted to be kind of messy and really kind of just not get super neat, I could go back in and I could just clean that up and erase it. It's kind of your call on this. I think sometimes the beauty of his work is the fact that there's a scratchiness sometimes. So that is the cross-hatching tool. And then you'll notice sometimes in his work, he does this wonderful decision where he works with scratchy lines going horizontally or vertically. Tablecloth is going up and down. The background is going side to side. So let's explore how that would work. First, let's just go into the small vertical lines. And some of these brushes work well texture-wise in terms of recreating his look by just clicking once and then moving around. And again, these are defaulting to settings that include the size of the brush, but if you wanted to take them down, certainly this is your work. You could do whatever you want. And then over here, I've got the small, or here's the sparse horizontal. I built this brush out. This is kind of a sparse looking thing. And you can sort of have fun with that. So I'm not going to make this tutorial long because I just want you to have fun and explore the fact that through the magic of Photoshop ABR brushes, you have a chance to recreate some of this work here that I imagine took Edward Gorey many, many, many hours. So have fun.